Welcome to DS Trucks. So we have a major problem with our 2020 F450, and if you follow this channel for a while, you guys know that I am a Ford pickup truck fanboy. But at the end of the day, I have to be honest with you guys, and when I have an issue, I try to share the issue with you and see how it ends up being resolved. So this is my 2020 F450. We've got just under 3,000 miles, about 2,900 miles on it. It's on its first oil change, and we've been plowing. We've plowed one snowfall with it, and it was only an inch. It wasn't a whole bunch of snow, and we only plow a few small commercial properties, and the rest of it was shoveling. Maybe plowed 3 or 4 driveways and shoveled like 20 because it was only an inch of snow. So we just kind of shoveled all the point of that is the truck hasn't really been worked hard, and it is an F450. We've towed our dump trailer with it, but we haven't loaded our dump trailer near the max at all. And even so, our dump trailer is only 14,000 pound dump trailer, so even that trailer loaded to the max doesn't really put this truck under too much stress or anywhere near its capacity. Truck can tow, I think, well over 30,000 pounds. But what I've noticed today is that the oil was low, and we've only got 3,000 miles. So I did a quick search online. How much oil are people using, or how much oil can you expect to see, or oil consumption with the 6.7 Powerstroke? Because this is my first diesel, my first time with the Powerstroke. And what I found is most people, in fact, all the people that I found online, report between oil changes they are not burning any oil, like any oil. Well, today, this is a new truck, and today when I checked the oil, I noticed that the oil was quite low, quite low. And even though it's a new truck, I try to check the oil and keep up with it, and I really wish that I did a lot more. I kind of trusted that things were going to be okay. This isn't my first time with a new truck that burned oil, but I was kind of thinking, all right, that was just a fluke, and this truck's going to be okay. But nonetheless, I still did check the oil a few times. I wish I would have checked it a lot more and been more on up and up when it comes to this, because now I'm barely on the stick, like barely on the stick. So I'm going to show you guys the dipstick and show you how much oil's in here. I'm going to actually wipe off the dipstick and show you. And we're going to top it off with 10W30 Motorcraft diesel oil. And we might go ahead and do a consumption test. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because I am topping it off. And it's kind of like I should just go straight to the dealership and go ahead and get it filled up. But let me... because I want them to see that it is low. And at the same time, I don't want any damage to the engine. So I'm going to use this glove to wipe off the stick. Don't worry, it is lint free. But I'm going to use this glove to wipe off the stick and show you guys how much oil is in the truck right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this and see what we come up with. All right, so pulling it out, and after it's been run for a little bit, it does kind of get up there on the stick, but as we can see, it is on the stick. So there is oil in the engine, but I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off with this glove, and stick it back in the hole. And there you have it, guys. If you look closely, there's barely any oil on the stick. Barely any oil. Just barely enough to touch the tip of tip of the stick. So it's outside of the operating range, and that's not good, guys. 3,000 miles. So we're not supposed to be burning any oil in between oil changes, and here we are with no oil on the stick. So let's go ahead and top it off and see exactly how much oil it's low by. All right, guys, so I just added 1 quart of oil, and we're gonna see how much that moved the oil here on the dipstick. So 1 quart, stick it in there and pull it out. And this is real time for you guys. So 1 quart brought us up to the bottom of our operating range, just over the bottom of our operating range. So something's going on, and we're gonna have to look underneath the truck and see if we can find any leaks. If not, it might be getting burned inside the engine. So anyway, let's go ahead and add another. Well, I don't think it needs a full quart. After this, I don't think it needs a full quart. But we'll go ahead and we'll see. Alright, guys, so at this point I've added just about 1.5 quarts, maybe just a little less than 1.5 quarts, and we'll see where it sits. Now this is real time. Hopefully I didn't overfill it. Let's see. And there we have it. I don't think it gets too much better than that, guys. That's looking a lot better. But yeah, truck's low on oil. I have no idea why. We'll take a look underneath and see what we can find. But you know, there's this whole severe duty scenario where you have to run a 5W40 full synthetic oil for severe duty, and we definitely fall within severe duty. But I don't know if that can explain why our oil is so low. Definitely, well, I did find some paper towel. I don't want to have the engine bay dirty, and definitely don't want to forget to replace my oil cap. So that, and I don't want to forget this. Now right here on the oil cap, it does say severe duty 5W40 is what they want for severe duty, and that's what I plan on running after the first oil change, which I'm gonna have to schedule now soon. Is the 5W40. They also have another option for 0W40, but that's for temperatures lower than 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and that information is actually located here on the Motorcraft oil. And this oil is actually the 10W30 diesel oil, according to the Motorcraft bottle, is recommended for use in Powerstroke engines above 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which is interesting because in another couple weeks we could very well be in 0 degree temperatures. So the fact that this oil is not recommended below 0 degrees Fahrenheit is kind of not cool, because it's not that hard. I mean, lately it hasn't been that cold, but it would be a non-event to be 0 degrees Fahrenheit. But the bottle, the oil specifically says 0 degrees, and then they speak of a 0W40, which is going to be thinner, but probably more synthetic than any other option. But the 0W40 can be used up to, it doesn't say how cold it could be used, but it can be used in some pretty cold conditions. So I don't know. I'm probably going to go with the 5W40. I think. I don't know. But I need to find the lid to this. But we're going to crawl underneath the truck and see if we can find any leaks. Alright guys, and here we are under the truck, and there is no signs of any leaks. Here's the oil pan right here. You see the drain plug. And right there you can see our OEM Ford Moco oil filter. You only can get these on a brand new vehicle. After that, it's Motorcraft, but this is the original oil filter with the engine from the factory. There's no signs of any leaks. The front here between engine and transmission, there's a bell housing. I don't see any leaks. I don't see any problems. I see no issues, guys, as far as leaks are concerned. There's no problems under here. Let's creep over to the front and see what we can find up here. Oh, it sucks to be under here. Oh, only if you buy a Ford. Okay, so looking at the front, I don't see any problems. Doesn't seem to be a front main seal. Doesn't seem to be any oil pan issues. I can only imagine how horrible it would be to replace an oil pan gasket for this truck, man. Maybe don't mess with these out of warranty, because that would be, just looking at it right here, looking at how difficult it'd be to get to these bolts to do an oil pan gasket is just, whew, whew. But yeah, there's no signs of any leaks. So if the oil's going anywhere, it's going out of the tailpipe and getting stuck in the exhaust and in the DPF, potentially in the DPF. I don't know, but I'm sure it's not good for the DPF or whatever else is going on in your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful exhaust filtration system that you can see right there. But anyway, let me get from underneath here and kind of close out this video. So yeah, there you have it. Our 2020 F450 has its first major issue. And what does it all mean? So it means that we have to get our first service done. We might as well do it sooner than later. I am going to switch over to the 5W40, and I'm going to go with the Motorcraft 5W40 and do it at the dealerships. Just so right now in the early stages, I have really good records, really official records, because the truck does appear to be consuming oil. I really wish I was watching this a lot closer. I did check the oil before. It did read that it was full before, so it's not good, not a good situation. So hopefully, we'll figure it out. It's hard to say. These things can be very complicated. This has happened before, and it's been figured out before, so I don't see why we can't figure it out again. But it means that we have to maintain the truck at the dealership for an oil change or two, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on before we go to any fancy oils. I wanted to try out the Shell Rotilla. I wanted to try out the AMSOIL, do some fancy stuff just for video purposes, maybe do some comparisons with some different oils. But right now we need some good records to show that we've been keeping up with our maintenance, that we've been running the right oils and everything. So anyway, that's it for the video. Stay tuned to the channel for more information and more updates on this problem, and rest assured that me and my team will figure out what's going on. Anyway, this is DS Trucks. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.